My name is Harry Locks, and you're now watching Harry Locks, Man, The Process of Change. This is a documentary based on me, going through my trials and tribulations, and also trying out of incarceration, recidivism, and also, overcoming being a product of my environment. In this documentary, you're gonna see things like me, my family interacting, my family speaking on me, and things of how I grew up, my close friends, and also you're gonna get some, some little deep in knowledge depth from someone, in the field of psychology. And in this documentary also, you're just gonna get a lot of, people just support. Just sit back and watch.
Locks. They gonna be low, right? See, all I heard was Trail ain't messing with you. You ain't no slutty boy. You ain't from East Street. You ain't in no videos. Boo died. Heineken man set him on fire. Rob Miss Gina died of cancer. I couldn't cry. Girl had a baby on me. Told me in a letter though. Beeson told me not to mention my hood and my flows. Guess I should've forgot where I came from. The same city they say Wale ain't from. Was really never known as a rap city, but I'm a rapper that never met Glizzy. Went to school with Browse, did time with Bilal, was in the pen with Cannon. They know how I get down. Harry Locks, oh that's Michael Locks' nephew. Y'all want to Harry Locks, man?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, come on, cuz. Yeah. Kill him.
So when everybody listen to this, I told y'all shorty and rap. Go ahead.
I got that Huey, Dewey, Louie, Rudy, Tootie, Fresh and Fruity rap. Knick, knack, patty whack. I ain't about to give it back. Light it up, take a puff. Enough is never enough. Morning, noon, and night, breakfast, dinner. Where's the lunch? Eat it. She thinks to give it. Why you so sexually explicit? Wetness all around. Ain't no island peninsula, baby. Baby Bob and Bernie, all Fred Flintstone. Why she Betty Boopin'? I'm fresh and so clean with the loofah. My flow better than stupid. I move like a Cooper Troop. I know Mario Louise, so you know I'm something super. You pass somebody cooler, I'm in it. Soda and juice. Her cousin let me hit it just to see who was the loosest. I'm ruthless with this rapping. This make me feel so attractive. And that's what's happening. Locks.
PCP has been a dominant drug in the nation's capital for years. In the late 90s, early 2000s, it resurfaced in a liquid form. They call it water. Add a cigarette, now you got the dipper. PCP just grab you. PCP is the type of drug that can have you for your whole life.
Harry Locks, man. My name is actually Harry Locks, but I've gained to consider myself like as something more than just a mere person. So I'm Harry Locks, man. That's me.
Why you drooling, man?
Get me. Come on, get me. Get me. Come on, Snurf, get me.
Harry Locks, man. Okay. I'm gonna move you.
See, the thing about it is, I would like to, tell the kids, it's not gonna be somebody you don't know. It may just be the person that you really feel like you close with, that probably be like, yeah, man, it ain't nothing. Look at me, like I'm doing it, and that's what it was for me, and I'm thinking like, well, I felt safe just doing this drug and be like, all right, so I feel as though, I'm thinking it's like marijuana and I go and just smoke this. I heard of it, but the feeling that I had, I felt like, oh, it was better than this. So, I just did it. But for the side step, the best way is abstinence. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. Don't just want to be in the in crowd, because the in crowd ain't always in. I just like to say, never give up on the underdog, because, you never know, how someone can flourish and come up out of the fire, that phoenix, they say that phoenix, they can live in the fire and they can come out flying. So, I just strive to be the best I can be every day, one day at a time. I live by that, philosophy, and I also believe things happen for a reason.
Say hello to the neighbor drinking Virgin Fuzzy Navel. Trying to get this paper like they had me. A Staples destination to the moon. I just was looking at craters. You keep saving your girl. I can't even get a day in. Feeling like I'm racing. Dreams I be chasing. Coyote and road runner. I'm blowing up in they faces. No longer am I blazing. Shout out to the haters. They do it from 12 to 12. From the PM to the AM. Got a girl named Shakita. She said she love the peanut. We do it from out of 8 to opposite of Ocho Cinco. Style like Ringo. Down on my lingo, I know Mojo and Slimp, and they ain't an Evaquito. You washed up, T-Bo. Missy get it on T-Bo. T-Bo, Locks.
I met Harry Locks in the year of 2000. We used to hang on 14th Street Northeast by the Checkers. And we really started becoming close friends once he dated my friend Victoria. And after that, we just, got close over the years.
Well, how long I've been home? I've been home for, let's say, like 4 months now. I came home November 22nd, 2017, and like when I was away, I used to constantly, go into, just rooms, and we used to just rap amongst people. I was rapping amongst the best people in the prison. I mean, shoot, dudes from New York, Philly, dudes from Tennessee, New Jersey.
To the top of the block by 6 Flags. Where I can stuff animals with blocks and 6 mags. Only way to handle you is rocking that chick mad. So if you got animals, dude, they call the state where we getting that. And y'all better stop that haunting and tricking, man. Take that chick to the bag, go watch that chick mad. You gonna get mad like Bumpy.
And they all, kind of cling to me. I guess the energy was positive, and I'm into this music thing tough, man. I've been doing it for a while, like I said, and, I feel like, I want to be able to give to the community, give to our city, be a voice, to be heard, and struggle with drugs at one point, and I'm staying away, I'm being abstinent away from drugs and alcohol, first of all. That's one of my main vocal points, and after that, they say everything gets better, man. And it definitely has. I've gained employment. I've gained better relationships around my family and my peers also. That's a different thing for me, because I somehow along the way would drop the ball. But I even get scared at times by when stuff going too good. I'd be like, oh man, like this is like too good to be true. But for me to do different today is just to continue to just do the right thing when nobody else looking. That's the definition of integrity.
Maybe about the year 2010, I know the Smurfs start, getting into the streets real bad and on that PCP, because he came and knocked on my door with no eyebrows. And I'm like, Smurf, what the hell? What happened to your eyebrows? I don't know what kind of story he told me, but I figured it was the boat. He got high and shaved his eyebrows off. And then he would come to my house with a backpack full of wine. He had been stealing from Safeway and different stores in the neighborhood.
I'm there, I said, man, please don't get my vibe. Tapping to the source like an avenue, a jet recollect times I ain't on my right, for my left. Never shot a check. Ooh, Louis Vuitton, stay calm. Used to walk around the street, I stay afloat, no stowaways on the boat. telling each other, don't knock me, I've been alone. Wheels on rolling, had introduced me to sex next to Earth, searching for beauty below the neck. Midsection's wet from long stroke to the tongue. How fast could I make her come? 2 minutes, that's a record. I don't disrespect her, I might just teach her a lesson while using Instagram. It's a lesson. Man, bump 'em.
You know, and doing these things that I'm doing now, I go on my Instagram and I show things and on my Facebook to all my thousands of friends that I got, and I show them, you know, that things could happen, you know, just all for, you know, just perseverance and, you know, and determination. And I enjoy seeing, and I enjoy the likes, and I appreciate, you know, the people who's pulling for me. With that being said, you know, this not gonna be the last time y'all hear from Harry Locks, straight up. And all right, thanks. Wow, my first day in jail, I felt so disappointed at myself because, you know, going to jail is not a good thing at all. Like, I was disappointed at the fact, you know, I felt as though my life was like going in a good path. You know, I was working and all that type of stuff, you know, had life going for me. But that feeling when you release, it's like, man, it's almost like, man, it's unexplainable. Like, when I was sitting at that bus station waiting on that bus to come, like that was like, man, I couldn't sit still at all. And, you know, just to be, you know, ready to come home and see my parents and, you know, my mom or whatever, you know, it's unexplainable.
When he was going through all his drug use, sleeping on the street, and whatever he was doing, I was there. I made sure he had somewhere to stay. I made sure he could come, take a shower, clean himself up. And I prayed daily that he would be okay. Until the day that he went and got himself straightened out.
Your boy Harry Locks, man. I'm out here.
Lock.
We out here bending courts, man, you know. Doing this something like, you know.
Throughout the whole substance abuse with Harry Locks, man, he had one main love that he stayed constant with, and that's music. Throughout his whole fiascos, he always been a elite MC.
Buy your buckle, but not that I don't trust you. So pop strong, they get shot in their muscles, the real definition.
Call them young park in the public. New conditions of which your blocks been buzzing. You tuna fishing, I'm lobster cousin. Plus you be petrified. Nigga be stressed like, man, got bag when the weapons fired. The 4-5 be the only way they live doing exercise. Came up on, you know, on G Street, Washington, D.C., Northeast. Well, growing up around all women, it sort of made me rebellious at times because I felt as though a woman couldn't really tell me the things that I really needed to know to be a man or a young boy and teenager. You know, they couldn't tell me how to fight or whatever. They just say, go out there. If they hit you, hit them with a brick or stick and stuff like that, type things in that nature. And well, as an adult, coming into my late teens, that kind of like, you know, had me ruffled a little bit. So, you know, that was a very crucial time in my upbringing. So, you know, about school, me finishing, I'm a Job Corps graduate, you know. I went to Dunbar Senior High School and also Springfield Senior High School, but I felt as though, you know, I wasn't getting the proper education in DC public schools at the time in the early 2000s, so I took it upon myself to go to Keystone Job Corps Center where I flourished, and, you know, I obtained my GED and a trade.
From Dirty Harry to Harry Locks, man.
What's up with you, man? Yeah, man, that's my son right there, man. What's up with you? Good, man, yeah. Yeah, you ain't scared
ahead, they'll go ahead and hit the switch. Like, you know what I mean?
It's called code switch.
Yeah, you know what's up. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. But this is a good thing, man. I used to sit back and think about, you know, the good stuff that I wanted to do, and I definitely was talking about, you know, ministering to the kids, man, giving back, man. We needed something like that when we was young.
Nobody really there like was swagged out for us to have their youth still.
Yeah.
Because like I say, articulate why it's important, this, that, and the third. Like maybe one, I ain't gonna.
Hello, how you doing? And people haven't been to this one yet. Man, it's something, man. Just to, you know, not too long ago, man, I never could pick what I wanted to eat, man. That's the you know, difference between, you know, how stuff change.
The process. Our producers helped him out with a ride to Home Depot while he multitasks, working on the documentary and trying to get his job situated.
I'm gonna take some pictures.
Relationships.
Hey, look, I need to put a hard hat and a little. Okay. Yeah, it's good to see you though. You still out there? Yeah, I can't tell me. Lovely about that, man. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Hey, got to get to it. The city's so small. Oh yeah, this ain't nothing. Yeah. This one sick now. I like that. Oh, that joint looks sweet right there. Oh, this the jacket joint right here. I like this though. We'll get out of here. Looking sweet. I need this. $20, it's cool. Man, for life, man. You pay for what you want, man, in this lifetime. Most definitely do, man.
Nah, you do. Yeah, we good. Shit. What's up, Bo, man? We up here with my man Smurf, man. I want you to meet my man, good man, Hurry Locks.
All right.
My man, Bro Luther, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
Return to citizen, huh?
Yeah, return to citizen, Joe.
Definitely, man.
Me too, bro. I've been home 17 years, man. Off parole, I don't forget at least about 11. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
I'm in agriculture. I'm a compost specialist, garden specialist, hoop house certification.
Wow, that's
smoke
great.
house certification. I'm a carpenter that I learned from Lawton back in '83.
Man.
I applied all that stuff now, bro, to what we're doing. Just wanted some good how we met in here today. Because what? I come in here to get some materials for this agriculture stuff we get ready to do. We get ready to do some aeroponics that I can link you up with, right?
Wow.
Where you could take some training in. Take some training and perhaps get paid for the training.
Man, I definitely use something like that. Most definitely.
And we on the page of doing that for y'all, man. So when you get a chance, man, hook up your main man, Mac, man. Mac will give you my information and everything you need to know, bro.
Man, shoot, that's definitely good to know, man. Shoot, man. You know, one helping another, man. That's what it's about,
It
man.
ain't even just one helping another. You gotta remember, I'm 53. I'm your generation, man. You my generation. I'm gonna be able to show you. And we gonna push through and open them doors, man. That you know what y'all didn't know, what we do know. So you know, y'all my generation.
You right.
So God, we definitely get all this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, just
I appreciate that, man. Good to meet you, man. Yeah. Most definitely.
Relationships are things to be cherished because you connect with another human. Hurry Locks, man, takes his relationships serious post-release.
All right, everything, man. Got something going on, man, you know. Y'all know I just came out here, man, trying to make everything real, right? You know. What's up with y'all? Everything good?
Flying out the way, man.
Most definitely. That's what it's about, man. Shoot, man. The positive move, man. That's what I'm on. I also went through a lot here too, but you know, on the good side of things, on the up and up, I enjoyed having, you know, my own room. You know, me and my mom, we was at peace here. Man, I love this place, man, straight up and down, man. You know, I was a teenager here from the age of probably 13, let's say, to 30. Yeah, 13 to 30, I lived here. And I miss this place, straight up, straight up. I used to come out here on this porch and just sit here, man. Man, you know, I used to, you know, sit here, maybe smoke cigarettes or whatever when I was of age too. Or just sit here and just think, you know. I used to have my little bikes over here in the cut. You know, my friends, they'd probably get them or something, you know. I'd be like, oh, you took my bike, man. I knew it was you. You knew I had it here. But, you know, that was just little stuff, you know, I enjoyed about living here. And plus, this is a good, nice neighborhood, man, and it was quiet. You know, I had good neighbors in the building. Those 13 to 15 years of my life, that was, you know, a time where I feel as though I enjoyed it.
Being in the car with Harry Locks, it was refreshing. You know, someone get an opportunity to get a second chance to do what they love. And I could feel the energy.
Hey, what the fuck? Hey, shoot. Like, should we do this, Joe?
Yeah, motherfucking. Them niggas was selling candy. I couldn't even sell candy. Them niggas was funny as shit, man. I was in there on the baseball field. Them niggas was
most definitely. Oh, your mother ain't let you sell candy?
Nah, I could. You know, Ebony and them, you know.
Oh, yeah, they was doing it with Cherry.
What, selling your candy?
I couldn't do it.
They had more finesse.
Hey, the candy.
It was a whole lot of opportunities to get in a lot of mischief. Harry Locks man sold candy in junior high school. It didn't make him rich, but it gave him that hustle that he honed, that he will use with his music when it's time.
I know what that feel like. Yeah. But as I was saying, you know, me and my mom, we was at peace here, you know. There was a sense of security, you know, knowing that, you know, this was ours, you know. Because I actually grew up in the house with a whole bunch of people. And, you know, we shared a lot. But, you know, here, us having our own 2 rooms, you know, we always had cable. You know, things was always good for us. And I feel like, you know, this is a part of my life where I enjoy it. You know, actually coming in here with my own key. And, you know, my mom, you know, she wouldn't be home. I had a whole house to myself, do whatever. You know, what kid wouldn't want to have that type of, you know, feeling as a teenager or, you know, a young adult. So, you know, I really cherish this place right here. And, you know, I'm moving forward and going to have my own, you know. This is just a good feeling, you know, coming back here. It bring back memories just sitting right here, man. That little cut right there. I used to jump over the gate on the backside and run. And I mean, I think I maybe was like 21 years old doing that, man. I mean, this little porch right here, man. The trees would grow high as probably like 10 feet, and I just, you know, have a whole. It'd be like a little fort. I sit around here. Maybe smoke a cigarette, people wouldn't even see me, man. And I see the little kids going and coming from school, you know, that was just, you know, seeing them, and now I know those same kids, and they grown now, so stuff like that, you know, I look back on it, you know. That's what I got from all this, just sitting right here, good memories. Yeah. Like, as we all know, how the city is changing, you know, in the, you know, regentrification, whatever they want to call it, but I really don't see a big difference because we had neighbors of different ethnicities all through this block as long as I lived here in those 13 to 15 years, and I look at it like it's still the same. When I ride past here, I'm like, okay, a couple people may have left, but it's kind of still the same. My friend Steve over there, I think his folks left. I had another friend, Kendall, over here. His folks left, but, you know, got the family on the corner, 3 families down here in the middle of the block. They still here. So it was another another group of people, they moved too. But other than that, you know, it's cool. It's cool. You know, I enjoy walking through this neighborhood and seeing, you know, the familiar faces. But if not, it's still these houses that they haven't changed. So those memories are still there.
Oh, that's my motherfucking dog, nigga. Strong way. A1, nigga. Motherfucking man. What you doing it on up? Documentary on?
Me. Just like, you know, in general, you know, living in these streets, you know, going through hardships and trials, you know, but still persevering through it.
No question.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Man, all right.
Yeah, everything, man.
Yeah,
Most definitely, man. Yeah, most definitely, man. For real. I gotta get a picture with you on the gram too, so.
No question.
I come from a pretty productive family. Well, right now, as you can see, our family, we in here, we setting up for our family reunion. And this is the annual thing. We've been doing this for 50 years now. And you know, my family is a good support system. You know, stuff like, you know, we gotta pay dues, you know, pay for our hotel rooms and stuff like that. You know, this type of stuff keeps money generating into the family. You know, and where I see my family coming in is, you know, making things good on my behalf is just being that support system, you know, and supporting anything that I do that's positive.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 1600 on my block F. You know what I'm saying? Trap here, I with me, got my youngest with me. That's about it. Doing this thing for my man Smurf. On this up and coming project, man, Hurry Locks, man. Welcome back, Hurry Locks, man. I grew up on the Hurry Locks, man. Probably about two generations under them, 2-3 generations under them, man. I grew up on them, so I always seen him growing up. You know what I'm saying? Running around, he was always doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Then he got a big imagination, so you know what I'm saying, you never know what he up to next. But you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely one of the ones that's behind him that's gonna support him. Always, man. Like I say, he always been motivated, he always been on to doing something. You know what I'm saying? Something far as rapping, man, doing something, trying to get a job, doing something to get money, period. You know what I'm saying? He's always one of the ones to get money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always kinda noticed that with him though. I have it, man, but man, that nigga, he always rap all his raps to me, so I know this as much as he know, man, all this shit, man, stuff, all the new shit ain't here. You know what I'm saying? He used to be locked up, writing me shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, got endless different music of him and shit that he done wrote that I done read, and, you know what I'm saying, put my little shit with it, but ain't nothing official. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no music with none of that shit, but I'm hip to all his music, though. Together? Nah, not really together, but along with Smurf, he had a crazy history, man. But you know, he bettered himself. You know what I'm saying? Did his biz, came back. He doing way better now. You know what I'm saying? Now that we see it, like he one of the ones that went to jail, said he's gonna do something, came back. You know what I'm saying? Really did it. So right now he's staying focused with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on his back. You know what I'm saying? He can keep it going. I mean, kind of like me, because I go through a lot of changes in life. I go through a lot of ills, take a lot of ills, get them back. You know what I'm saying? He one of the ones to do the same thing. His ill just a little different. You know what I'm saying? We hustle different, everything be different, but it is what it is.
What makes this process of change for me, a one that's well worth striving for, is I'm in the fourth quarter, man, and my life is been on a roller coaster ride. I mean, my childhood wasn't too bad, but you know, as I grew as a teenager to adulthood, I feel as though, you know, I kind of lost my way along the way. But what I'm here to do now is, you know, just get back on track. You know, had this ride moving in a sturdy and in a good way. So this process of change for me is, you know, just life itself. Just having a good sense of meaning and purpose. When I was away, I actually attended, you know, a drug program, and it gave me a lot of structure, and I had to actually, you know, go into depth and to how I would keep myself out of high-risk situations and things of that nature. So how can I navigate myself around, you know, the people in the neighborhood? I look at them like, you know, they're people that I grew up around, so I know how to kind of like deal with them to the point where as though I won't let them, you know, push me to a water I know I can't swim myself out of. First of all, I'd just like to, thank my family for being patient with me, not giving up on me, through my trials and tribulations. A lot of people I see, amongst as I navigate throughout the city, they not looking so good. They in the street, walking around, on stuff, and there's that all comes with support system, not to say, well, it's not their decision, but my family, they the type, they not just gonna let you, just swim all the way out there in those waters that you can't make it with, though you can't be safe at all. I mean, I was unfortunate to have, a situation happen to me where as though I had to go, and be incarcerated. But, I feel like that was a stepping stone for me to, flourish and be this better person I am today. But to my family, I just like to just say thank you, and I deeply appreciate everything that you all do for me, and you never giving up on me. And that's what I got. All right. I'm doing a documentary. On me. Yeah. But they came to get some footage. I was just talking in front of people, talking about family and stuff like that.
It was an upside. It was a lot that came with it. He had to prepare for a new job.
As you can see, I'm over here at my job site. It's over here at the new DC United Stadium. They calling this Audi Field. Doing this has been a great experience, obtaining this job, man. This definitely is a part of my process of change, the income, the sense of, feeling financially sound and being able to do as you please. I mean, that's just one aspect of the job, just actually being a part of history. As you can see, man, we can't get too close due to the fact, everybody got to have hard hats and all that, but as you can see over here, this a part of the, stadium, and this is going to be a DC landmark, which is, I'm a part of history. I feel as though, in the District of Columbia, I mean, I've been through my aspects of, being in little parts of DC, shoot, I feel like I done a lot, man. I've played Jabo, Kenner football, all the little high school, junior high. I've done things, I went to Job Corps. I went in through the penal system, all parts of it. So, this right here is, a blessing to being a part of this history or whatever. I definitely feel great waking up 4 o'clock in the morning, getting up out of the bed, Right now I'm still currently in a halfway house, and, things could, get a little, it could rub you the wrong way at times, but, going through those type of things, it gives you the strength to be able to overcome adversity. Like, recently I went through a situation where, it kind of tampered with, the way that I'm able to move right now, and that just happened within my whole process of change. And it made me realize, well, things aren't always going to happen the way you want them to. And the decisions you make can also affect the things that you do. Just that slight, well, I could go this way instead of this way could actually, be a detrimental situation. So right now, how I feel about this job, I feel this is a blessing, and I'm thankful to wake up every morning 5 days a week to come to this job and do what I gotta do. All they see is the uniform, and we working for the same goal, to get this whole goal, this stadium accomplished and get this thing moving. So, like, no one knows, all right, I just came home from the federal penitentiary from doing 3 years. All they see is another guy on the team, and we all working as one to try to get this goal accomplished. And shoot, and all of us know as we walking around, we walk with our heads up because we know we making some good money.
You know, from every aspect of the brickies, the concrete, the steel, everybody making good money on this thing. So it's not also about the money, it's about, you know, the occupation of doing something is a part of history at the end of the day. I mean, that's just my perspective on how I see it. But nah, don't nobody really look at, like, you know, like this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Even our formers, they don't even look at it like that. You know, they know our situation, but they don't judge us according. So that's how that is. It's an aspect of my relationships. Like, you know, I obtained an awesome relationship that I'm in right now with a beautiful woman. She has a beautiful heart. She really steered me on the right path, and she kept me grounded the whole time. I've known her already, so like the whole relationship, going through the steps and all that type of stuff, it was depleted because we already knew each other. But that was a part of my process of change, and I really thank this woman, you know, every day for that. Having the mindset of just sticking to my guns and saying, I'm not just going to do this, I'm not going to do this. That I call that drive. And having that kept me on track too. Like, because temptation always presents itself, and it's at the darndest times. It's called a safety net, which I was told, you know. So, you know, to sum it all up in a nutshell, you know, just having that support, you know, and the supporting cast is very important in your process of changing, and having that drive and that will to want to do something different.
Why is you here? At work. All right, that's cool. I'm doing the documentary. You got me though? Oh, yeah. He over on somewhere else. We're working with a cleanup composite crew right now. That's why we together. Yeah. But the halfway house is nah, I ain't gonna do that. But straight up, nah, she's definitely helped me in my process of change. Like, anything I've asked her to do, she's definitely been a good part of this, you know, doing. And she's seen me from the start. You know, I haven't given her too many problems. I mean, I done put a write-up on her death not too long ago, but other than that, everything else good. Yeah, Ms. Morton, I appreciate you, know, you coming through here and doing this. All right, thank you.
Today you ain't done enough, so you get discouraged, and that's another tool of the enemy. He will discourage you. All that work you put in, and that's all that's done. They ain't gonna do nothing. Who else gonna come in? But that's not what I'm responsible for. Don't let the enemy discourage you as you're on your journey. Your journey is your journey. My journey is not your journey. Your journey is not mine. I don't measure myself by where you are. I measure myself by where God has me at. I'm at the halfway journey. God Almighty, I'm glad you all the way. I'm glad that you have finished work.
First of all, you know, you gotta put God first in anything you do. I mean, but for me, I mean, God got me through, straight up and down. I had my trials and tribulations, you know, but without Him, there's no me. You know, they say, you know, He created the heavens and the earth, then man, you know, which is what I am. And, you know, being man, you know, I just do, you know, follow the laws of the land. And having God in my life, a part of my process of change has been a dynamic where I feel as though, you know, everything I set to accomplish, he's granted. You know, just being diligent in faith and just, you know, holding my composure and not giving up. Not giving up on what, you know, the goals and the aspirations that I had put forth to myself from the start before I even returned home from prison. You know, I put a lot of things in front of me, you know, and goals and wrote them down, you know, and I feel like I'm accomplishing a lot of them, you know, but only through the faith of God, you know, that's the real thing. The road that spirituality plays in my process of change. Just having faith, regardless of anything or any obstacle that comes upon me. I know God got me. When I feel like I'm feeling down, like, dang, there might be that moment I'd be like, man, I should just smoke a cigarette or something, man. But then I just think about, man, God got me regardless, man. I don't even need none of that type of stuff, man. Because I know one thing could just set me back, man, and just have me in a rut. But, God, He applying me to do keeping me in a good path, This very church right here, this is the only church I've attended thus far since I've been home. And this church, I get a lot out of these services. It's very inspirational. And I appreciate that, God led me here. And that's a big thing, a big step in, spirituality. Having a good church home within the church family.
I'm very, very proud of my friend. He came home, he jumped into the Project Empowerment Program, been working every day in church, don't curse no more, not running the street. I'm proud of him. Keep it up, Smurf, love you.
That's good. I'm so glad we went to that. And I'm glad I'm able to describe him, because when we talk about transformative justice, Harry Locks is a reflection of transformative justice, you know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm able to see that is because at 34 years old, after being arrested multiple times, being involved in drugs and gang activity, gang affiliation, he's able to see his leadership and take accountability for not wanting to, contribute to recidivism and contribute to lack of generational wealth. He's so conscious of these things that he's utilizing the same mind he had being gang affiliated, using drugs, all those things, and really bringing out the best core values of himself and really making that connection. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get so passionate talking about him because that's my big cousin. Like, at the end of the day, I'm 21. Like, I'm young. He 34. That's always been my OG. So to be in the work that I'm doing, and when he got to Hope Village, which is a halfway house that federal prisoners return to coming back to D.C., the first thing he did was, let me know, you got to get me, like, whatever I need to do, you got to tell me, and whatever you want me to do, just let me know. And when he told me all that, I took the initiative and just went there, and to do that and walk in there and talk to his counselors and ensure them that we want to get him a job in 30 days. We're going to make sure that he doesn't contribute to the recidivism rate. We're going to make sure we bring him home and make him credible in the community. Them just being able to trust me, advocating for him trusting in me, advocating for him, and then taking it and trusting himself and utilizing it is just so beautiful. And it's just real because, like, he's a force to be reckoned with. Like, I'm so serious. Like, the guy's a force all by himself. Like, all by himself. He don't even need nobody, like, really. What he really needs is appropriate guidance. And once he got that, you can't stop him. So, I know that I'm talking about him for a reason. So I only hope and pray the reason we talking about him, because you want to be on his side. You want to be with him, not against him, because these are the people that's making up the Wakanda of the world. These are the people that's contributing to that. These Harry Locks of the world that's really taking their true self and utilizing it for the greater good. So, when I talk about my cousin, it really just get me so excited. It get me so hyped and just make me look so much towards the future and what's to come, because, again, in 90 days, he got a job. In 30 days, he will come home for home confinement. He'll leave the halfway house a month or two early, all because of these initiatives he's taking. But he wouldn't be able to do it without accountable, credible people around him. So that's why I know that it works, that we have to get more credible leaders in our community and deviate away from the criminal justice system. So, I love Hurry Locks. That's my guy. That's gonna be my guy for life, always and forever. I'm with whatever he with at this point, and that's just what it is because he always been a winner. He always been independent, and he's self-made. You can't take that from him. Nobody's has really made him who he is. He's take the risk to be who he already knew he was.
Being incarcerated, being released into a halfway house was one of the downsides to Hurry Locks man.
My man doing my documentary came back to anyway, he filming this young right here. We right here, G. Right now. You turned up. We right here.
Yeah.
We right here, you hear me? We right here. Let's whole time we got the camera, we filming this young right here.
Alright. It's the life, man. Yo, it's life, man. Yeah, man. You know, I just, had to make a move, whatever, It's that halfway house life, man. Gotta do what I gotta do, man, and, make this scene possible, man. Just gotta take out some trash, but, this life is, man, halfway in, halfway out, man. You got your, people watching over you, man. They counting us right now, man. BOP, they on top of us every day, man, all the time, man. You counted for when you leave in, when you leave out. Stuff is real, man. They probably watching me on camera right now, but it's real. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Man, I appreciate, stuff going like this, how we doing it. Man, it definitely was a pleasure, doing this. Like, just to show people, this is life, man. This is the life that I, live, but at the end of the day, stuff, happen by chance, by fate, and God got his hand in everything, man. The transformation I'm making, man, I thank him for it every day. I just want to, just say I appreciate this. Pretty much I do. Yeah.
To get though.
Yeah. Hey, what's that place that dude was telling us about that day on your block, Jelly?
Who?
It was a dude, he said, man, this
young nigga Mike Clark. You know Mike Clark?
That's my man.
He said, what's this site though?
What's his name? What's his rap
site though, Jelly?
I don't know. I can't remember. I told you we couldn't.
That site right there was money. Like, that site was money. I wanted to tell somebody else about that site. I just knew you would remember that shit. He got his eye on a prize, and there's only one prize in his eyes, and that's music. Planning to put a program together for kids, teaching them cadences, structures, how to produce a music song, how to be musically acclaimed. Hurry Locks man is a good man, and the world need more Hurry Locks man.
It seems like people be annoyed by my questions. I be turned off by their ignorance, irritated just a little more by their presence. I got the nicest thing, not a coincidence, cause negative views have been known to.
Hurry Locks.
Empire, got my own logo. Catch me out at Lima, Lux, Oils, or Barcode. Mint said right every day. I told him I'm trying to. Hip hop need to be saved. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Hip hop need to be saved. Now, hey, this Hurry Locks, man, got the whole hood geeking like they running around with Rachel, Ducky, Newbie, Indonesia. We mess with bad chicks who used to twiddle on the treetop. It's that guy got right here about the money grant of G-Shop. Rest in peace to Dewan, played corners like Dion, a Rosedale legend like Mike Getty or Bebop. No hooks, nah. It's all jabs and uppercuts. I thought you knew. I'm giving the people what they want. Call this community service. Better yet, sanitation. Removing trash from the streets. These rappers imitators. I'm an originator. Jambo football player. DCIAA and go by what my mother named me. May's son. In school was Ron cousin. A little scruffy, you tryin' Joan, you jive ugly. Consider my floor a gift. He don't even be cursing. That's Harry Locks, man. Yeah, you know him. That's Smurf. And surfing, dipping, tripping, lunching. He ain't on the water. I bet they know who he is. 21st to the quarters. You
I like that. You murdered that jump.
yeah.
You brought a little tear to my eye, bro.
You killed that. You put the whole little neighborhood in that thing, man.
That was real, man.
He say like, what he say like Marty, like man, Bebop.
Still less.
Yeah, man. Like
He hit Bab in the heart with the jump.
yeah, man. He was crushing me over here with them guns.
I couldn't cry. Girl had a baby on me. Told me in a letter though. Visa told me not to mention my hood and my flows. Guess I should have forgot where I came from. The same city they say Wale ain't from. Was really never known as a rap city, but
Probably on the text.
This was something good, man, for this documentary.
I'm trying to come see you
Yeah,
in this day.
You some Harry Locks, man. Harry Locks,
This time, even though we was both like, I took that on me because I was late with the text.
No, it's all good. I know how it is. Like, what is the big setup?
Pretty much is to come out as a recording artist slash actor in this city, like to be a name, a vocal name, Harry Locks. It has a household ring to it, and I feel like I want to fulfill this. Right now, I'm 34 years old, soon to be 35, and I've pretty much like given away a lot of years, valuable years to, due to incarceration and might I say drug use. Until now, like my goals, I feel like, they're right here. Every goal that I set, they're right here to be, just grabbed and for the taking. So that's where I'm at right now, and I just feel it, and God is just blessing me all the way around the board, and I'm thankful for that.
So the studio you in today, would you say it's a professional studio?
This guy here, yeah, as soon as I stepped into it, it's not all about, the glitz and glamour, the bright lights and cameras and all that type of stuff. It's about the quality of the energy that's in the room. When you in your craft and you an artist, you want to, just have that feel and feel comfortable while you doing it. And this definitely is the environment that I was, kind of imagining in my head. The engineer, he's a laid back, not like critiquing everything and trying to guide you to do this and do that and try to take away from your art, your art or whatever. So I definitely commend this guy, Andy Watt, that's his name. And, I definitely commend these people here.
All right, for the camera, can you just give us your rap name?
Oh, I'm Harry Locks. No gimmick. Redemption, that song, I had it to be different. I had a different name to that song when I first came out. Just to reiterate, a friend of mine, his name Sean Beeson, and we grew up together too. We two good friends, and I had the song, and I was going to remake his song, No Hooks 2. That was the title for this song. But what I took and did was, we talked about it, and we wasn't seeing eye to eye. Like, just to be honest, and what happened was, I just renamed the song, due to, just like it wasn't friction, but it was just like honest feedback from one artist to another. Just saying to do my own thing, and be me, Harry Locks, which I am, and I feel as though that's redemption, because I told Parchu things in my story, like, when I say things like of people who died and things that I've heard from other people. I've got motivational words in there from other people. That's the type of stuff that touch me. And I give a sort of a bio on me and who I am, Harry Locks. And I enjoy, going into that booth, and I kind of had those nervous jitters, but I, left and came back, and then once I heard, the beat kick in, I've been dreaming about this moment for a long time now, so I was just ready. It's cool. No rush. But, I'm on a time frame.
You really don't have a whole lot of time because they only let you out when you handling business.
And if he ever turn around and go back again, I'm gonna beat him like.
You ain't gotta worry about it. I like to truly and deeply appreciatively thank her for everything she done for me. Man, I couldn't thank her enough, man. When everybody gave up on me, she was the only one in my corner. And you know, and those nights she spoke of, you know, I try to like put in the back of my mind when I didn't have no place to actually stay and all that type of stuff. That be the type of stuff people, you know, think about and they like, man, shoot, man, I ain't never go through nothing like that. But I was once there. But today, and the mind frame that I'm in, I thank God and I thank people like her. You know, that was vocal points in my life. Even when I was young, she always stick up for me as if she was my mom. You know, I got like 4 aunts, man. That's been there for me. You know, throughout everything, thick and thin, man. And she's the top one on the list. Like like truly she is. Yeah, and I like to, you know, thank her for enduring to anything that I did wrong. You know. And for my future, just to let her know, you know, if anything I could do for her, she already know my hand gonna extend. And not just you know, just materialistically, spiritually, emotionally, you know, is anything I can bring to her, I will. And I'm just gonna, you know, do good and continue to do good things, you know, and make my family proud.
Because if he don't, I'm going to beat him like I
Locks. And family is definitely a focal point. It sure is. I'm right there with him, so right here, we on camera. No, this ain't no picture. This is a video. And they just want to just be like pretty much like this that I've been doing now. You know, you can say something. You can just be like, you know, I saw something good. You know, like I'm proud. What you gotta say? Oh, he ready.
I'm proud of my baby. From where he came from today. You know what I know about her? All right.
I'm ready to do this on my level. Oh, yeah, because it's kind of loud. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Put the track all the way to the top. We gonna come out front.
Oh, okay.
It ain't that cold.
Yeah, because it's all cold. Me and Cole was on work.
Yeah. I had set it right here right quick, man. Yeah. Just talk about pretty much, you know, how Bond is, and, you know, kind of like
just how much love you got for her.
You know, me being the only
How
child.
your everything and all of that summed up real quick. You ain't gotta
small, man.
You ain't gotta do too much though.
Just
It ain't
talk.
no pressure.
Okay, he's my only child, and you know I raised him by myself, and by me raising him by myself, that's why God got him in the right direction. And you know when you're strong in the Lord, God will put you there. You just got to be a strong person in the Lord. And I taught my child when he was young to be a strong person in the Lord. And Jesus will make it the right for you. You just got to be a strong person and believe in the Lord's work.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been a good child all the time. And I just thank God that he's in the right direction and just want him to stay in faith and keep on traveling with the Lord. And this I ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. That's how you do that.
Man, let me hear something. You ain't never write your mother nothing on no little song or nothing? You ain't got nothing you want to spit real quick? Just say something about your love. Just let her see what you do since she was on the counter
I
with
told
you.
a story, right? I think I thought I let you hear, like, and I was
your mother
telling
hear?
the story, yeah, and I was telling the story, like, you know, and it was just like, you know, pretty much family orientated, you know, it kind of like coincided.
Oh, okay.
With, you know, my mom being the first vocal point that I spoke of. What you want to hear that?
Yeah. I wanted to see, you know, the reaction your mom get when she hear her baby boy, you know, do his thing, man. That's what you
but
are,
she done heard
the
playing
Lox
my
man.
music, yeah.
But I want you to do it so he can put it on the tape.
He is going to put it on the tape, yeah.
Go ahead.
Look, only child to a mother who was born blind in her left eye, not related to left eye. Only question I ask why. Head over water, unsmoking boat as big as they shoulders. Father was on the bottle, no male figure to follow. Leaders was needed, sold candy, money to eat with. Born with a wooden spoon, even with hand-me-down sneakers. Differently treated, so was frequently getting beaten. Said I was hard-headed and never listened to people. Started with weed, then the dip was trended in D.C. Hard liquor was next. After that, it was ecstasy. Pretty girls rejected me, even dealt with low self-esteem. Manic depression, life seemed like a bad dream. Feel like my days was waved and surfed out, eventually smoked up. You talk about strange clouds? And for a while, there was no way out. But my life after the pen, see, that's my reason to smile. Lox. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like that.
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, this my mother, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Man.
she respect my talent.
Yeah, that was good money right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all just even letting me film that. That was like real energy. That was real powerful, and I got to be a part of that. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm just like winding down on my time too.
Okay, so man, anything you want to tell them in you know, in the process of change on your journey so far, like tell them something about this journey, like with the change you trying to achieve, like what's been going on, like what's been going on to this day.
Well, to this day, the things that's been happening to me, you know, as far as with my process of change, I learned that it is gonna be naysayers. There's gonna be people that not gonna want you to do something different and want you to, you know, stay where they at because they looking like, man, like. But then I got a lot of people that's really pulling for me and rooting for me and just wanting to see a better me or the person that they always knew I could be, but just was hindered by, you know, things maybe of my irrational thinking or per se drugs, however it may be, in my things in my past that kind of hinder me. But the structure that I do have is family, a beautiful relationship with a woman right now that I truly adore. Employment, structure is like, you know, on my social and personal time. Those things are the things that's keeping me afloat right now. I got a wonderful relationship with my mom. This is something like, you know, people don't get all the time, and people lose, you know, their you know, primary person in their life. It's mostly in their mom coming out of, you know, communities as we had. But just being in this position right now, I have to thank God, and I have to be diligent and continue to move on, you know, in the path that He wants me to go. And I'm hoping that this documentary can help other people and what I'm doing, you know, because some people, they looking at it like I'm just saying, well, I'm doing a documentary. But at the end of the day, like, this is my life. Like, I went through some hardship, and I mean, a lot of people wasn't away with me or got to see the stuff that I went through, but, you know, they saying, you know, when I was probably like 57 pounds lighter than this where I am now, the safety net of people that I got amongst me, they keep me afloat in the structure of obtaining employment, being employed, having something on the agenda, not just freelancing and walking with idle time and stuff like that. Because those feelings and those emotions that I used to have, they sometimes resurface. Like, you know, like, walk this way, you know, do this and do that. You know, matter of fact, go around them, you know, kind of chill, post up. But at the end of the day, with the structure and the people that's amongst me and my safety net, people like I got good family members who I just call frequently on a regular, might just pop my phone and just call them just for a positive voice or a note, just to hear something, you know, just encouraging to keep going. Because at times you might just feel like, man, shoot, this might just be the day, man. I just feel like, you know, breaking what I've been doing.
This is my nephew. This is his cousin. This is my nephew here.
It's my cousin brother, man. That's what I consider that, man. You know, we pretty much we've been through a lot, man. You know, through life, period. This is my first friend. This my first friend, I can say, and it's my best friend. Because, like, even through my hardships and trials, he never gave up on me. He never turned his back on me. And he always kept things, you know, to the perspective we always can understand each other no matter what. And, shoot, we got memories to go down lanes that ain't nobody, I don't think, in my whole entire life could go through. Say something for him.
Harry Locks.
Yeah, Harry Locks.
My cousin, man.
Yeah.
Same blood, you know what I mean? I feel like he me, but, you know, everybody, you know, some people stronger than others and they get caught up in things that they can't control, you know what I'm saying? And once certain things get a hold of you, it's hard to control it, but he back. Y'all see the glow. He doing how he supposed to do. This is the real Harry Locks right here, man. But I know he had in him.
Appreciate
you know
it.
what I mean? I'm just hoping he stay on this thing, man. Keep shining like how he supposed to do. Cause this is what this is how I saw him the whole time. I knew he could do it. I knew he had it in him. He just had to build that strength up, get that structure, man. And I just want to see him keep going, man. That's all I do. I smile.
Yeah.
I give him his compliments. I know people in the hood, they say they proud of him, but it's a journey. You know, success is a never-ending battle, man. You got to keep going for life, like, you know what I'm saying? I live by these things, and I just call him, and I tell him whatever he need to hear, and I can tell when he call me, he idle, or he don't know which way to go, and I jump right on it, whatever he need to hear. I tell him what he need to hear, man. So all I can say is I'm proud of him, man. He put a smile on my face, man. It's my brother.
Yeah, that's money, fellas. Yeah, once again, man, thanks for letting me be a part of this whole little situation, man. This is a real deal situation, man. Y'all boys, man, got a lot of love in this little unit right here, man. Keep that thing going.
Most definitely. Family ain't nothing like it. You know, gave somebody like, what's your name, child?
The relationship Harry Locks had with his family is one that cannot be broken. They helped him when he was down, and for sure, he gonna keep him close when he headed up, or while he's headed up.
Oh, that's my jelly. Yeah, keep it in the bag.
With Mac here with the jelly, man. Let's get the jelly, man. Oh, they put the chuck on. I'm about to go. The jelly,
you can go right outside the door, though. It would be 1 second. You come over and get a shot.
Man, this your memory, man. Yeah. That's a change, that's a change, man. Most definitely. Man, get the thing. Doing all your endeavors, bro. I appreciate it, sir. Yeah. Folks, how you doing? Yeah. This is my woman, Karen. Yeah, Babs, this is her. You ain't even really get to meet her. Yeah. All right,
Okay, big man. All right, you too, man. Do that for me, man. When you get Joe Lane. Joe Lane? Lil Joe Lane. As soon as he say, yeah, man, that's me, do you know Bus? That's all you gotta say.
All right, Skip.
All right, that's all you gotta say.
Take care, man.
You gentlemen take care.
All right, all right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I know, right? It was Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locks.
They gonna be low, right?
See, all I heard was Trail ain't messing with you. You ain't no slutty boy. You ain't from East Street. You ain't in no videos. Boo died. Heineken man set him on fire. Rob and Miss Gina died of cancer. I couldn't cry. Girl had a baby on me. Told me in a letter though. Beeson told me not to mention my hood and my flows. Guess I should've forgot where I came from. The same city they say Wale ain't from. Was really never known as a rap city, but I'm a rapper that never met Glizzy. Went to school with Browse, did time with Bilal, was in the pen with Cannon. They know how I get down. Harry Locks, oh that's Michael Locks' nephew.